there is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
You have drug charges: possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct?
Alright everyone, today I've got a real treat for you. Isley, one of the most clueless sovereign citizens I've ever covered on this channel. This guy desperately needs a law book, or maybe an entire library, because he clearly has no clue what's going on. He's so lost he didn't even realize he was the actual defendant. How do you walk into a courtroom and not know you're the one on trial? Drop your thoughts in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10. How completely out of it do you think this guy is? I'll give you my rating at the end, but spoiler alert, it's way past a 10. To be fair, I'll go a little easy on him, because there's a chance he's not all there mentally, and if that's the case, I do feel a little bad for him. Still, with that in mind, let's jump into this total train wreck of a hearing.
Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
David Walker.
Your Honor, it looks like he has 2 files.
I see that. All right, we'll next take up 2 cases, both entitled State of Kansas versus David Wayne Walker, 22 CR 398 and 22 CR 508. All right, we'll first take up 22 CR 508. This is my case, Mr. Walker. You failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
Didn't say for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper. Yes, sir. Don't have any money to.
Pardon?
Yes, I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay. You understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay. Well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had, but if you want to represent yourself, you have that right. I just want to make sure you understand that if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to continue representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th of 2022, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver, and the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay. Well, Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right. Can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case?
Now do you see why I honestly thought this guy might not be all there? I would never make fun of someone with real disabilities. But this defendant truly seems like he's missing more than a few brain cells, and at this point there's no excuse left. The court literally offered him a free attorney. He refused it, and now he's about to sign paperwork saying he understands the risks of representing himself. Then, right after that, his very first question to the judge is, "Am I the defendant? Can anyone explain that? Because I can't tell if this is supposed to be part of the sovereign citizen routine or if he's genuinely clueless. How do you walk into a courtroom, already in custody, and still not realize you're the one on trial?" If this is his attempt at the Sovereign Citizen Act, it has to be one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comments, because I'm honestly baffled. Now, let's get back into it.
There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct? The crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges: possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime? No victim?
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim that
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
the state of Kansas is the victim.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes. Do you wish to represent yourself, or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you, and that if you can't afford to hire one, one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case
Why are we playing a game?
in front of me on.
I'm asking questions.
This judge really just needs to let this guy get his important questions on the record, like, am I incarcerated right now? And are you the judge? Yes, those are actual questions he's asking, and it's clear this guy desperately needs a reality check. Part of me thinks this sovereign citizen might be faking confusion, maybe even pretending to be mentally unstable. Asking the judge if he's the defendant could actually be a tactic. There's a real legal angle called ineffective assistance of counsel, where a defendant claims they didn't understand their rights or the charges to try and get a verdict overturned. I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what he's attempting here. But what do you think? Is he pretending to be clueless on purpose, or is he genuinely this lost? Honestly, it's getting harder to tell. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's jump back into this train wreck.
October.
Trying to understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself, and that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket. October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I would be able to have access to certain legal things to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm not sure what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right, I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like he failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000 cash or surety. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom, October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is $6,000, cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. Mr. Walker, you are excused. Thank you.
Let's be honest, this guy isn't walking out of jail anytime soon. And the funniest part, he actually had the chance to get free legal counsel, but he turned it down. I get that sovereign citizens are buried deep in their conspiracy theories, but I'll never understand why they don't at least request standby counsel. The law doesn't disappear just because you don't believe in it. If they truly thought the court had no authority, refusing to speak at all would actually make more sense than reading off this cringe-worthy script. But instead, these people are so locked into their fantasy world that they ignore the smartest option right in front of them. This guy literally had help offered to him, rejected it like it was some kind of trap, and now he's sitting there, clueless, asking if he's even the defendant. I'll admit, part of me feels a little sympathy. Maybe he really is mentally challenged. But even that doesn't excuse diving headfirst into this sovereign citizen nonsense. They walk around acting like they're above the law, but the reality is simple. The law doesn't care what you believe. The system will enforce itself. No matter how many imaginary loopholes you claim to have found. It's honestly sad to watch, sure. It's entertaining, but it's also depressing. With just a little bit of common sense, this guy could have had someone guiding him through the process. Instead, he's wasting everyone's time asking the judge if he's incarcerated. Like it's some kind of deep philosophical question. So, what do you think? Was this guy genuinely clueless, or just pretending to be dumb? Either way, this hearing was a total disaster for him. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed the chaos, make sure to like